category of things that nobody saw coming, Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game, was just announced over at EGX in London, and this is coming a little bit out of left field, especially considering PDXCon just happened a couple of weeks ago. In addition to that, this is not a standard PC title. No, this is a fully fledged VR-based title for the Quest 2, not made by Paradox Interactive in-house, but made by Fast Travel Games. It is presented as a roguelite. So what does that mean? It means that you will go on multiple journeys, and every single journey that you will take something back with you when you die into the next session. So essentially, if you've unlocked some technology in a previous setup, you will get that technology in your current setup. So there's a rolling sort of gameplay going on. It also means that your first time playing is most likely not going to be successful, and you will need to do multiple runs as part of the progression system. There are aliens, there are weapons, upgrades, randomized maps, etc. But all of that is pretty standard affair when it comes to space games. What I find really, really interesting in this particular case is that other companies are now taking the Stellaris IP and putting their own spin on things, really. And I think that is really good in terms of what to expect for the future. By itself, this game, it may not be good, or it may be really good. It really depends on your perspective on these sort of things. Maybe you're not interested in VR at all. However, what I think that this really indicates is that there is a need out there to make more Stellaris games. And that's something that I'm actually really happy about, because Stellaris by itself is one of the most flexible franchises that Paradox has available, and this universe that they've created as well, it doesn't really have a coherent storyline. There is a set of events that happen, and they don't necessarily interact with each other, and that makes for a really powerful little setup in terms of randomized events. And I think that a roguelite setup is actually really good for that, especially when you're thinking about games like FTL, which, sure, they were built on the PC and were super popular. Maybe a really good angle to do this, but of course there are multiple other ways that this could have happened. Sure, you may not be happy that this is a Stellaris game on VR, but it does give the indication that more Stellaris content that may be interesting to you will be coming in the future. Hell, maybe we'll see this game coming on PC at some point in time as well as a 2D title, or maybe on some of the other VR headsets that we can expect as well. So who knows what is going to happen there. So aside of all of that, we can take a little look at some of the story that we can expect with this. You are the captain of a ship called the Aurora, and you have to go out there in the galaxy to find the quote-unquote ghost signal. Now, if you are familiar with the Stellaris franchise in general, is that the ghost signal is not something that you will want to deal with, because it usually spawns the contingency. And that's really interesting to take a spin on things, right? Because something is out there, you need to find it. It's called the ghost signal. Who knows what is at the end of this journey? Some sort of boss, for instance. And the contingency is a really nice little spin on things there. Of course, we got the space dragons, we've got the mammalian ship designs that really fill the world up really, really nicely, and who knows what other things that we can find out here. And I'm really looking forward to see what sort of spin these developers are going to take on the Stellaris franchise. And we may have seen other things like this in the past, like Stellaris Galaxy Command, which is a mobile game that probably already everybody has forgotten, but is actually still out there and still active and still being updated. There is the board game that is coming out at some time in the future. Who knows when that is going to happen? But still, it just indicates that the Stellaris as a franchise is alive. But I don't necessarily know if it's the right choice to go VR, right, as your first real spin-off. So we shall see. So what do you think? Ghost Signal, a Stellaris game. Is this something for you? Is this something that you're looking forward to? Or are you just going to leave it for now and basically say, okay, those users who are on the Quest 2, let them have their Stellaris. It might be a nice way of getting them introduced into the Stellaris universe. Who knows? That may be something for them as well. So yeah, what do you think? Well, with that out of the way, the game is going to come out sometime in 2023. I'm looking forward to it myself. I have myself a Quest, and I will probably try it out for you to see whether or not this is going to be any good. But the time will come to do so. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take good care of yourselves. And as always, subscribe for more updates about this little title, and we will see you next time.